Hi, fourth graders, it's Miss Leon. We are going to move on to the next stage in our learning about writing opinion essays. We have currently, up to this point, learned how to build a thesis statement and then making sure we have a claim and then 3 reasons. Then we have used that thesis statement to help us write a topic sentence for each body paragraph. So I've been having you work on writing your body paragraphs about a specific reason in which you list facts and mini stories. So today's focus is going to be around writing an introduction to our opinion essay. And so there's some things that we need to be looking out for. When writing an introduction, it is important that the person writing the essay write this introduction clearly. So what we're trying to do is provide a little bit of background to what we are going to be talking about to get the reader's mind all revved up and let the reader know that their essay is important. So there are some common ways that you can begin essays, and there are some sentence stems here that are options that you could use. So I'll just read through them very quickly. So some ways to begin an essay in an introduction could be, what people need to know is that many people don't know, or many people don't think, or many people don't realize, but I've come to. Another one is sometimes in life, or I have found. And then the last one is sometimes people ask, well, I have found. And so those little dots after which is where you then just put in what you are thinking, what your thoughts are. Those are just the sentence stems to help start us with our learning. So we're going to move on and we're going to see a little bit more about how you can begin your introductory paragraph. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting some of these types of leads into practice. So I have 4 different ways that I can start my, I'm choosing 4 different ways that I could begin my introduction. So first I could start by asking a question. So the sentence stem that I'm going to use to help, and doesn't mean you have to use it in this way, but this is a lead for you. Did you know? And then I went and I looked up some information and I wrote, did you know that in St. Louis County, there have been 9,526 cases of COVID from December 23rd through December 6th? So I went ahead and I asked a question. And then after that, I'm going to have to present my thesis statement. What I have done is I went ahead and went to my other page, my outline, and I copied and I have pasted my my thesis statement after writing my introductory sentence, which was a question. I think COVID is the worst because it is contagious. We can't go where we want to go, and you have to wear a face mask. So that is an example of how you could begin your introductory paragraph. Let's try this in a different way. Or I can begin maybe with another question. I can maybe start with, in what ways has COVID affected people? That's a question. And then I'm going to take some information that I just used before. I'm going to paste it in. I've come to realize that in St. Louis County, there have been 9,526 cases of COVID from December 23rd through December 6th. And then after I state that, it is important again that I go ahead and I copy my thesis statement and I paste it. So that way I know what I will be reading about when I get into the body paragraphs. The next thing I can do is I can just try talking to the reader. I can say just what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking about COVID. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my sentence with what people need to know is, and I'm going to build upon that. What people need to know is COVID is a global pandemic that not only affects people close to us, but it has also affected the entire world. For example, and I'm just going to list an example, just talking to a person about what I know. For example, COVID is something that is transmitted through the air. So someone can be affected without even knowing. And then you go ahead and you copy, and then I want you to paste your thesis statement. So then your reader will know what you are getting into. Another way we can do this is just name the topic. So we can just go bam and name what it is. So our topic, for example, is COVID. So I'm just going to name the topic and say COVID or COVID-19 is an illness, and I see what I missed, caused by a virus that can be spread from person to person. And then it's important again that after which that you copy and then you paste your thesis statement, your opinion, and then your reasons behind the opinion. And the last thing is a fact. So you would probably look up how a fact to this opinion that you have. So a fact I'm going to use, I have found, and then you list a fact. So I'm going to add in a few different facts that I have found here. I have found that the best way to find information about COVID is through the website for the Center for Disease Control. And then I'm going to add in another fact that I have found from that website. And I'm just going to copy it from what I see here. COVID or COVID-19 is a serious illness caused by a virus that can be spread from person to person. And then I'm going to add something from what I see here. What people need to know is COVID is a global pandemic that not only affects people close to us, but it has infected the entire world. I'm going to add that in. I like that. And then I'm going to put in my thesis statement. I think that COVID is the worst because it is contagious. We can't go where we want to go, and you have to wear a face mask. So I have these 4 different ways that I could begin my opinion essay. And so after creating these 4 different types of introductions, I'm going to choose which one I like the best. And I'm going to tell you, after looking at this, I have decided that I really like the fourth one, the fact or the example. And the reason why is because I have been able to include some of the information from the other boxes into this to make a really strong and big introductory paragraph. So your job today is to use this document to create a introduction for your opinion essay. And what I also encourage you to do is if you get lost, go back and look at the video to help you build a opinion essay or introduction. And then also go on and research some information so that way you will be knowledgeable when you are writing your sentences. Good luck, and I can't wait to see what you have come up with.